Entertainment and Sports Network.
It is a simply gorgeous early Thursday evening here in Cleveland, Ohio, and it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. Tonight, it's the New York Yankees against the Cleveland Indians in the first game of a four-game set from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball along with Al Leiter. I'm Michael Kay. If you're a baseball fan, you have to love the pitching matchup that we have tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Al's looking forward to it. So why don't we tell you exactly what it is? And the pitching matchup brought to you by People's United Bank. Luis Severino, what a first half. 14-2, 2.12. And Corey Kluber, you know his story. 12-4 with a 2.49. Two aces. Al, break it down.
True aces in the game, no doubt about it. Michael, I love this matchup. Hopefully we didn't jinx it. Luis Severino up in Toronto gave up a couple home runs, but let's face it, Luis Severino is emerging as a Cy Young Candidate Award winner, not just this year, but I think every year. That slider fastball combo, he's got the best fastball of any starter in Major League Baseball. Corey Kluber, the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner, he's got two of those on his mantle. I tell you what, he's got moving fastball. His slider is unhittable at times. He's been tough on the Yankees, especially in regular season. This guy's a premium pitcher.
Now, we're also going to get a look at an Indians team. The last time the Yankees saw them, they swept them in May at the stadium. But they have two of the best young players in baseball that Severino is going to deal with. Look at those numbers. Ramirez and Lindor, the only players in Major League Baseball this season to do all of that. They're on pace to become the second pair of teammates with 90 or more extra base hits in a season. The other pair, Ruth and Gehrig, and the first pair of teammates aged 25 or younger with 25 or more home runs each before the All-Star break. That's a lot to digest, Al, and it's going to be tough for Severino to go through this.
Yeah, you got that right. Lindor is dynamic, and he does it with his smile. This guy coming on the scene a couple years ago, he's going on with the World Series. He's got 25 home runs, tied for third in Major League Baseball. He's a little guy. Switch hitter, can go any way. Love him. I think the dynamic duo of Ramirez and Lindor is special. Maybe the best on the left side of the infield in baseball. This guy is underrated, folks. 27 home runs. This guy can hit the ball where it is thrown, play in third base. He does an adequate job, more than adequate job at third base. These two guys are awfully tough in the middle of the Indians lineup.
This guy's getting awfully tough. There's a bird loose in the Yankee lineup. They've been waiting for him. When we get back, Brian Rucco and Aaron Boone will talk about it next on Yes.
Ryan Rucco welcoming you back to Progressive Field. Last night, Greg Bird became the first Yankee since Alfonso Soriano in 2013 to have at least 4 RBIs in back-to-back games. Earlier today, I got to ask his manager, Aaron Boone, what he's been seeing from Bird's at-bats.
I feel like he's controlled the strike zone pretty well. It's something that he's very good at doing. Now when he's getting a pitch, we're starting to see him impact it a little bit more. And I felt like for a time he was going through and having some decent at-bats, but when he got his pitch to really do some damage with, you know, it was a fly ball or it was a hard hit ball on the ground to the right side or something like that. Now he's starting to clip it a little bit more. You know, the at-bats that he had in Baltimore, a lot of deep counts, a lot of where he's really making the pitcher work, really controlling the strike zone, and then obviously a couple big swings, which is huge for him and for us, because when he's right, his on-base power element's really important to us.
Talking with Greg Bird himself today, he said, look, in baseball, the little things mean big things. And in the last week, the little things have all been coming together for my swing. Bird in the lineup again tonight. It's the Yankees against the Indians. First game of a 4-game set. We'll have lineups, first pitch, and baseball with Michael and Al. It's coming up next right here on Yes.
Local Kia dealers. Visit KiaDealers.com to learn more. By NFL Experience, the place to go to celebrate summer. Tickets start at $27. Visit NFLExperience.com for details. By Subway, try a signature wrap at Subway restaurants today. And by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Everybody ready? This should be fun. Big crowd. Just under a sellout expected here at Progressive Field. So why don't we take a look at the New York Yankees starting lineup that's going to go up against Corey Kluber. Brett Gardner in left field will lead off, batting second. The right fielder, Aaron Judge. Didi Gregorius, the shortstop, hits third. The DH is Giancarlo Stanton. He has been a monster on the road and a monster of late so far in the month of July. Aaron Hicks, the center fielder, will bat fifth, batting in the sixth spot. First baseman Greg Bird. Miguel Andujar at third base, bat seventh. Batting eighth, the catcher Austin Romine. Neil Walker gets to start at second base. He'll bat ninth.
Corey Kluber, I mentioned at the Open, awfully tough. You see the great ERA, 2.49, reigning American League Cy Young Award winner. I mentioned how great he's pitched against the Yankees regular season. He's got a 1.59 ERA, but you can't forget that DS last year. He had an ERA almost 12 in 2 starts. He gave up 9 earned runs. Didi Gregorius got him for 2 home runs.
Let's take a look at the Indians' defense behind Kluber. It's presented by Geico. You've got Brantley in left, Allen in center, Naquin over right. Infield, Ramirez, Lindor, Kipnis, and Alonso. That's third to first. Gomes behind the plate, and Corey Kluber is on the mound. I'm excited about this game. This should be fun. What a pitching matchup between Kluber and Severino, and a rematch of last year's ALDS where the Yankees came back from 0-2 down. Gardner's ready. Kluber's ready. Let's do it here in Cleveland. First pitch is a strike, and we are underway. Yankees are 60-31 on the season. The Indians are 50-41, but they're the only team over 500 in the American League Central. 0-2. Chris Siegel is the home plate umpire. Greg Morales is at first. Ed Hickok's at second, and Jerry Niels is over at third. And the 0-2. You never want to fall behind any pitcher. 0-2, 1-2, but this guy will put you away.
I was just going to say that, Michael. Look, Corey Kluber's got a wipeout slider, 109 batting average. That is his go-to pitch, strikeout pitch it is. You can jump early, get a fastball. That's it right there. But that's exactly right, Michael. The approach for me would be you're going to get a fastball somewhere with movement, especially with the left-handed batters that'll be running away from you in on the righties because that's his natural movement. Put a good pass at it because his slider, well, 109 batting average this year.
Gardner's worked at the 2-2. Kluber 5-1 with a 1.80 ERA in his career in the regular season against the Yankees, but he did not have a great ALDS against them last year. Swing and a miss. Gardner down on strikes. So in the regular season, you see the numbers last year, and then in the postseason, 6 1/3 innings, 10 hits, gave up 9 earned runs and 4 home runs. So in game 2, he went 2 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs. Got a no decision. The Indians won that game. Then the decisive game 5, 3 2/3 innings, and he took the loss and gave up 2 home runs to Didi Gregorius. Pitch inside to Aaron Judge. High fly ball, shallow right. Naquin coming on, and he makes the play. For the second out, let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. It's 80 degrees, humidity 38%, not much wind, clear skies in the forecast.
Just breezy enough, Michael, up here. Beautiful day.
So here is Gregorius. One and 0. Gregorius, a .362 hitter at Progressive Field. 17 for 47. 2-0. And do not believe for a moment that Kluber does not know those numbers, or that Gregorius got him for 2 home runs in the decisive game 5. Fly ball the other way, and out of play.
But one of the home runs, if I remember, was a fastball that was way inside. Indeed, he was able to not only pull his hands in, but to keep the ball fair. But you're right, Michael. Listen, your memory goes a long way when it comes to batter-pitcher matchups. Two and 2. So you can see the fight. You know, we're in a day and age now with 95, 98, 99, players, pitchers that we haven't heard of that get called up to the minor leagues. There's late movement. Kluber's delivery is very simple. He's on the first base side, slightly closed. But watch a little tail here. That looks like it's going to be outer half, and it actually ends up being on the corner. And they're always respecting the fact that he throws a good slider.
2-2. Fly ball center field. Allen is there, puts it away. And Kluber works a 1-2-3 first inning. Yankees nothing, and the Indians coming to bat against Luis Severino. Francisco Lindor, the shortstop, leads off. Batting second, the left fielder Michael Brantley. Jose Ramirez at third base will hit third. The DH is Edwin Encarnacion. He'll clean up. Batting fifth, first baseman Yonder Alonso. Jason Kipnis at second base, bats sixth. Batting seventh in right field, Tyler Naquin. And Gomes is going to be catcher, and he's going to bat eighth. Batting ninth and playing center field, it's Greg Allen.
Solid lineup. Luis Severino is going to face, especially those first three guys. They're all going to D.C. for the All-Star game, and Lindor, Brantley, and Ramirez. Great stuff. Severino's emerging as one of the best pitchers in baseball. 2.12 ERA, fantastic. 123 in the third innings of the 88 hits, phenomenal.
And here is Lindor. Grounded off his foot all the way to Greg Bird, 0-1. Lindor having a season. He is on pace to score 146 runs. And the most runs ever scored by a shortstop in a season, 159 by Huey Jennings back in 1895. Allen is driven to right field. On the run is Judge. He's going to play it out the base of the wall. Plays it quickly. Fires to second. Here's the play, and it hits Lindor and goes into left field, but backing up is Gardner. A leadoff double for Lindor.
Quickly here, second pitch of the game. You see where Romine is setting up. That's miscommand location. Throws at 97 miles an hour. Always a sweet spot for every left-handed hitter I know. Nice job by Aaron Judge spinning around. I'd like to see this here. If Didi was able to get in front of this right here, maybe if there was a shot, just kind of short hopped him in between. Dynamic player Francisco Lindor leading this game off with a double.
So here is Brantley. The only problem that Brantley has had is staying healthy. Just has not been able to stay healthy, and he's in the final year of a 5-year, $35 million deal. And now he's healthy. He makes the All-Star team. Grounded right side. Walker with the play. Over to Bird. Moving to third is Lindor. Now let's take a look at the Yankee defense presented by Geico. In the outfield, Gardner, Hicks, and Judge. That's left to right. In the infield, Andujar, Gregorius, Walker, and Bird. Third to first. Romine behind the plate. Severino is on the mound. Well, you have to like what Boone's doing and bringing the infield in, because in a game like this, one run could be the difference. So they're trying to cut it off. Infield comes in for Ramirez. Bottom of the first inning in Cleveland. Big crowd at Progressive Field. One and one.
Ramirez, matchup-wise, there it is right there against Severino, the 3 for 10, 2 home runs. The hitter that where the ball is thrown, he hits it that way. This will tell you right here, you know, where Severino and Austin Romine are thinking about it. What a great hitter that Ramirez has been. Encarnacion certainly dangerous, but at 227, you're in a fastball count. Do you throw something other than a fastball here? Changeup. You got the open base, smart pitching, get the middle infield back. If you end up walking them, put the double play in order.
(3-1). Base hit right field. Lindor scores. Ramirez picks up an RBI, and the Indians have a 1-0 lead.
I'll tell you, that's winning baseball right there for the Indians. And Lindor leads off the first inning with a second pitch with a double. Michael Brantley, really underrated, pulls the ball on the ground to get him to third base. And really, what looked like to me, Severino kind of pitching around Ramirez once he got behind 2-1. He went changeup. And Ramirez able to get the barrel of the ball. That changeup was just up enough.
Here's Encarnacion. Low batting average, but homers and RBIs there. Runner goes, throw to second. Got him. Good tag by Walker. And Romine got rid of the ball in a hurry to get Ramirez.
Right on the money. Romine, that was a quick snap throw. You see where Neil Walker, many of these middle infielders are getting in front of the bag and toward first base side. See Ed Hickok's right on top of it. These tags are different now that these runners have to hold the bag. These guys are getting in front, making tags on the back as an instant replay.
1-1 on Encarnacion. High drive, left center field. That ball is gone. A home run for Encarnacion, and it's 2-0 Indians.
Wow. Well, certainly not the way Luis Severino drew this up. First inning, Encarnacion, I mentioned the 227 batting average, 21st home run on the year. Got a slider up, hanger. Was able to deposit over that little mini green monster here at Progressive.
Yonder Alonso. Linesman into center field, the base hit. So Severino has given up 4 hits here in the first inning. And only a caught stealing has helped him out. What are you seeing, Al?
You know what? Right now, I mean, listen, when you get into your start, Michael, and I've always said this because I was one of them. First inning has always been or can be problematic. This is just a nice little piece of hitting by Yonder Alonso. Fastball up, kind of wanted to go away, but kind of middle, stayed on it. I mean, you know, it can reel that quickly, especially with quality hitters. And certainly Lindor, Brantley, Ramirez. We know what Encarnacion has done through all those years of damage up in Toronto. I don't care, 227 batting average, prolific home run hitter.
Pitch to Kipnis is a strike. Kipnis 223. 1-1. Bird holds Alonso at first. One and two. Three infielders on the right side for the Yanks. Fouled off the foot of Kipnis. And the 1-2 inside.
Definitely out of sorts. Of course, when you give up 4 hits and one of them's a home run, you know, you're defensive. You know, you start pitching backwards more than you normally would.
And the Yankees look out at the scoreboard, and the Red Sox have won 9 in a row, are falling behind 2-0 to the Blue Jays. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0 Indians. Twenty pitches so far for Severino. Fly ball left field. Gardner is there, and that will do it. But the Indians, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 man left. We go to the second. It's 2-0 Cleveland. Toyota. The Camry Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. How far along do you think a season has to be before pitchers can become serious Cy Young candidates? One of our respondents, at least 20 starts. Tonight should be pivotal for both Severino and Kluber. One of them will be the Cy Young winner, guaranteed. Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Camry Hybrid to keep the conversation going. So a 2-0 lead for the Indians as Kluber starts off Stanton with a strike. Stanton with 4 hits yesterday in the Yankees' victory over the Orioles to split the 4-game set. High fly ball, right center. The right fielder Naquin makes the play. Talked to somebody with the Indians, said there should be about 31,000 here tonight, which is a smidge under a sellout. And there's a buzz around the city about this game because of this pitching matchup and the fact that the Yankees knocked the Indians out of the playoffs last year after the Indians took a 2-0 lead in a best-of-5. Aaron Hicks with a fly ball center field. Allen's there, 2 away.
Well, I mean, in truth, the Yankees come to town anywhere, but yeah, there's some excitement with that alone. Crowds increase. Yeah, no doubt about it. What happened last year, the disappointment for the Indians. Yankees ruining that for them.
Well, the year before, they'd gone to the 7-game extra innings of a World Series against the Chicago Cubs, and they thought they were going to go back. And after they go up 2-0 on the Yankees, they felt really certain they were going to the ALCS, but it didn't work out that way. Here's Bird. Last 12 games, Bird with 4 home runs and 13 runs batted in. One and one.
Yeah, for the Yankees to get Greg Bird going, I just think he's such an important part of this lineup, being left-handed, to be able to offset some of the right-handers. I know Didi left guardy, but you get Bird to get hot or get comfortable with his swing and feel good in the batter's box. It just lengthens this lineup.
Two and two. Indians with 4 hits and 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning against Severino. And they're up 2-0. Missed outside. 3 and 2. 3 infielders on the right side for Bird. The second baseman Kipton is playing in shallow right. Swing and a miss. The Yankees go down in order again against Kluber. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. The Cleveland Indians 2 and the New York Yankees nothing.
video with hashtag Hats Off for Heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Bottom third of the order for the Indians against Luis Severino. Indians up 2-0. And Naquin grounds 1-2 Gregorius. One pitch, one out. Now, how unusual was that first inning for Severino? According to ESPN Stats and Info, Severino had gone 24 straight starts without allowing a first inning home run before tonight. His previous first inning home run out was hit last August by Jose Ramirez. Tonight also is the first time he's allowed multiple first inning runs all season.
Really? There you go. The hype, I mean, we're talking it up, and I know Severino's a fantastic pitcher, but, you know, right away you come into the game, 12th pitch, and you give up a home run to Encarnacion. You're down 2-0 against the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner.
Nan Gomes takes a strike.
I mean, he's got such dominating stuff. The best velocity or the fastest pitch for any starter in baseball is Luis Severino, 97.8 miles per hour. So stuff-wise, Michael, you can get out there and just throw your hat and glove, and 9 out of 10 times you're going to get through the inning just purely on the 98 slider. Threw a few changeups, and I think because of these lefties, and this is a good hitting team, and they've been better of late. It started out slow. 55-foot slider right there.
Outside, 3-2.
Yeah, there's a feel issue right here. You're just not comfortable. This is not a typical Luis Severino start of a game. What do you talk about? One of the better pitchers since the beginning of last year. Most starts with three earned runs or less. Severino is tied second with Max Scherzer. Leading the way is Justin Verlander.
Grounded up the middle and a base hit for Gomes.
Try to do a whole lot. Looked like actually it was a fastball ball off the plate. Gomes just stayed with it right up the middle.
Here's Greg Allen. Big cut, 0-1. Line down the left field line, slicing foul. This is Severino's 20th start. The team is 17-2 in his 19 starts. He's 14-2. The last time a Yankee pitcher had the team go 17-2 in the first 19 starts, I have to go back to 1978. Ron Guidry, the year that he went 25-3. So the 17-2, the best team record for any starter in baseball.
Well, I mean, out of his starts, Michael, you have to go back to his third start of the year, April 10th, where he 5 innings, 5 runs. Pretty much every one of his starts, it's 3 runs or less.
Well, the inning is getting so many more good swings than you usually see against Severino. I mean, even hard hit foul balls. Usually A lot of swings and misses.
He is up in the zone, and I agree with you. That fastball away that was just barely fouled left field.
Fly ball right field. Going back, Judge will make the play. Indians are a different team at home than they are on the road. It's odd. They average about 6 runs per game at home, about 4 runs per game on the road. And their batting average is 50 points higher at home than it is on the road. Al, you always, when you pitched here, had a little weird, funky feeling, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was, when they went from the old municipal stadium over here, you know, there was some, you know, I don't know. I think it was mostly the insecurity of opposing managers and pitching coaches. But there was always a bank of cameras that seemed like it was more than just the usual amount. And nobody verified it. I think, again, I think it was just, you come in, they just happen to have some really good hitting teams. Truth. I mean, they can thump.
But you're not the only one who said that. A lot of people have always wondered why. I mean, yes, they have I mean, when you were pitching against them, they had a great hitting team. But why did it hit better here than it would on the road by a lot? So that's the question. Nobody's saying that's the reason why they're hitting Severino tonight.
Yeah, so that was the thing right there. It's like, okay, you got the opposing camera, the opposing team, the home team, maybe an in-house camera. And it's like, what are all those cameras?
Well, you were always, you know, you kind of bordered on paranoid, right?
100%.
Even now.
No. But here, 2 outs. I'm not going to do it. Next time when they're up, I do have a story about coming in here when I was with the Blue Jays. We'll wait. Right? Didn't you tell me that? Never start a story with 2 outs?
No, it wasn't me. It was our boss.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Filippelli. Well, right now, Severino, look, he's 40 pitches in, and yeah, he's off. This is like an uncomfortable rhythm.
Yeah, he's usually dealing with pinpoint command, and that's not the case so far tonight. Could find it. Runner goes, fouled away. His 25 first half home runs for Lindor, the most by Major League shortstop since Alex Rodriguez hit 27 for the Texas Rangers in 2002. Runner goes, another foul ball.
I mean, he is right out of launch angle mode that we're watching in Major League Baseball right now. He's a little guy, 24 years old, 5'11". As far as the bio, I think he might be, that might be in cleats. Smooth swing.
Right out to Bird, and that will do it. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We played 2 in Cleveland, and it's 2-0 Indians. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Heineken. Open your world by Dodge. Visit Dodge.com today. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Now, according to a reliable website, BaseballSavant.com, Severino so far 2 innings, over 40 pitches, averaging 96.3 on his fastball. He averages 97.8 for the year. NFL experience, scoreboard 2-0 Indians. What does it mean? Well, we'll see. We'll see if the velocity picks up. But right now, it's down about 1.5 miles. And Duhar with a deep fly ball left field. Going back, Brantley on the track at the wall. He's going to play it off the wall. And Duhar picks up the first hit for the Yankees. Another extra base hit for him.
He's jumping on it right away. The heater coming in on his hands. 27th double on the year for Miguel Andujar. Sees the ball, gets it up, actually pulls his hands in nicely. I think he may have had a half a second. He thought that was out of here, that high wall there. Not as high as Fenway Park.
Here's Austin Romine. Good block there by Gomes. Romine's having a good road trip. 6 for 18. The Yankees took 2 out of 3 in Toronto, and they split 4 against the Baltimore Orioles, who have bedeviled them in the first half of the season. They got out of there with a victory last night. Yankees have faced the Indians this year. They swept them in a 3-game set in May at the stadium. And the Indians have had a hard time beating the good teams. That's been their struggle. They haven't even faced the Red Sox yet. First half of the season, they've not faced the Red Sox. There's Terry Francona, who won 2 World Series with the Red Sox. Now entrenched here in Cleveland.
Well, this year, you know, the American League Central is the worst division in baseball. Your second place team, Twins, are 8 games under 500, 41 and 49. Which is a whole other conversation of, you know, how you have to deal with wild cards and who's in what division.
Indians 8.5 ahead of the Twins. The Tigers 12 back. The White Sox, and then the Royals. Royals 40 games under 500. So the Indians could win this division if they go 81 and 81 in all likelihood.
Oh, I actually think Terry Francona. I mean, you can't assume it. I know you got a little less than half games to play still, but they're lining up postseason for sure.
Now we'll give you a quick scatter report on this Indian team. They can hit. They have great starting pitching, and their bullpen is the worst in baseball. I know that's odd to hear. They just have the highest ERA in baseball, 5.37. And they're missing Andrew Miller, who's been out since May 25th. Breaking ball, strike 3. Romine down looking. And that will bring us to our injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Doing More. So Miller was put on the DL May 26, right knee inflammation. Now he threw 40 pitches from the mound here at Progressive yesterday, and they're going to discuss by Sunday what their plan is with him. But just 17 games, 1-3, 4.40. Now, Miller was such a big reason they went to the World Series against the Cubs. Cody Allen, their closer, and Miller obviously can pitch anywhere at any time. And what's interesting about this Indian team, Allen's a free agent at the end of the year. Miller's a free agent at the end of the year. So what was a strength of this team will be a weakness unless they go out and get somebody now. So the couple of columns in the Cleveland Plain Dealer today about they need help in the bullpen, but go out and get somebody that will be here next year. Because in all likelihood, they're not going to be able to sign Allen or Miller. The 0-1. 0-2 on Neil Walker.
Yeah, the closer Cody Allen has not been the same in his 38 games. He does have the 18 saves, but his ERA is pushing up on 5.466. Zach McAllister is over 5. Dan Otero, another go-to guy for Francona, 5.71. They have not done the job.
Here's Carl Willis, their pitching coach. The 0-2. And to make matters worse, they struggled against the Reds. They had a 4-0 lead in the 9th inning. Cody Allen, who had been 6 for his last 6 in save opportunities, just didn't have it. Bases were loaded. Joey Votto's at the plate. Now, before this happened, Terry Francona said to Carl Willis, get OP up for Oliver Perez. Dan Otero, the righty, his name is OT. Willis thought he said Otero. He got Otero up. So when Francona got to the mound, he sees Otero running in from the bullpen. He couldn't believe it. Now, Joey Votto was 0 for 4 against Otero, but Joey Votto struggles against lefties. He hits righties. Bases clearing double. They lose the game. Swing and a miss. Walker down on strikes, and Francona said he couldn't sleep all night. Carl Willis couldn't sleep all night. Here's a little of what happened. So he's signaling. You see he signals with the left hand. But the righty, Otero's coming out, and Francona's going, what are you doing? Now he holds his breath. And Otero gives up the big blow.
Wow.
I mean, just an unbelievable blunder. And all because of the silliness of baseball nicknames. Nobody has a name. I don't think that would have been a problem if you get up Oliver Perez.
How about just look out from their dugout?
It was a total breakdown. Brad Mills said it was his fault. Carl Willis said it was his fault. But Francona, a stand-up guy, got in front of the team before yesterday's game and said, that loss is on me. I messed up. I'm not perfect. I try to be, but that's on me. I apologize. So on top of all the struggles of the bullpen, you bring in the wrong guy in the wrong spot, and you lose a game.
Well, I'm not surprised about Terry Francona being a stand-up guy, one of the better baseball guys in the game. Solid person and great manager.
Just missed with that pitch to Gardner. I mean, we used to like snicker. The whole media contingent did. Everybody on the Yankees when Joe Girardi was a manager. Sanchi, Birdie, everybody was an E rather than just their name. And this is a case where baseball nickname got the Indians a loss. Did you have a nickname? Did managers call you something? Just lighter, right? From what I remember.
He's stinky. Light was one.
Okay. Well, that's not a real leap.
Yeah, right. Just shorten it.
There's Gardy, and the Yankee manager is Booney. Miggy. One-two. And they're making Kluber work here at least.
Yeah, Gardy gives a good at bat. Brett Gardner. What do I call him? Gardy. Fights. I love major league hitters that have two-strike approaches. At least give the...
There aren't that many anymore.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, launch angle and, you know, just an outs and out, that whole mentality. I disagree with it.
Drill to right field. Is it high enough? Oh, it's high enough. See ya. A 2-run home run for Gardner. And the Yankees have tied the game at 2.
Boy, what a nice at bat. I mean, you see him fighting him. 2 pitches prior to that home run right there was a high pitch that just missed upstairs. And he got this, a little cutter, which he throws. It's not his slider, but it cuts. And Brett Gardner keeping his hands in and just going over the wall there as it comes down some height. His 8th home run on the year, tying this game up.
High fly ball, right field off the bat of Judge. Naquin is there, makes the play. And that'll do it. But the Yankees get Severino back his runs. A great at bat by Brett Gardner. And he hits one on a line just over the wall in right field. A 2-run blast. His 8th of the year. And when it lands, it's a 2-2 game. .104 miles per hour exit velocity, projected distance 345 feet. Counts for 2-run home run, a big blast by Gardner. So they get Severino back his runs, and here are some interesting numbers. He's thrown 44 pitches, not one swing and miss. And our own information guru, Jeff Quaggs, back in our studios, said this is the first time this season Severino has gone through the first 2 innings without recording at least 1 strikeout.
Swing and miss, even more so.
Yep. And the command is still not there. You very rarely would see pitches like that wouldn't even be sniffed at by a batter. It's that far outside. There's a strike. Ripped to right field. That ball is going to be off the base of the wall. Fielded cleanly by Judge. And he holds Brantley to a single.
Got to change up and see Severino, whether he's just not feeling comfortable. Said about these lefties in this Indians lineup, he's going to throw more changeups. What a job by Aaron Judge, getting that ball, good angle, and keeping Brantley at first base, keep the double play in order.
Here's Jose Ramirez, RBI single in the first. Fly ball, right center. On the run is Judge. He'll make the play for the first out. Bottom of the 3rd inning in Boston. Jay Happ on the mound for the Blue Jays. They lead 2-0 over the Red Sox. Red Sox have won 9 in a row. They have not lost since the Yankees won that Sunday night game against them.
Red Sox are certainly not going any way. They're a team to be reckoned with. Tough. Every facet of their team. You look at even their rotation.
Encarnacion takes outside. 1-1.
He didn't like it. Home plate umpire Chris Siegel. Our little strike zone showed it down away. Perfect pitch. It's a little bigger. You know, his slider 87, Michael, he's missing. Not throwing as many. I've got 7 changeups, primarily fastball. But yeah, this is one of those games Brett Gardner gets you back to 0-0 in the eyes of your mind. You've got to get back with better command and get better pitcher counts. Here's a 98. Have we seen a 98 yet?
I think we saw 198 in the first inning.
His slider, he throws it upper 80s. It just looks bigger and more side to side. This would be a good spot right here. Bury it down and away.
What's surprising is we haven't seen them offer it the slider. They've kind of spit at it. So they're identifying it out of his hand.
Encarnacion hit one for a home run.
Two and two, foul back.
He had a good rip at it there. Another 98. General rule of thumb, fastball where hitters timed it right, hits it straight back. You usually see a pitcher come with an off-speed pitch.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Not nearly in time. Stolen base for Brantley.
Yeah, that was a huge jump. No chance for Romine. Watch here, he's gone. Slider corner. I thought it was almost, it looked close, a strike, but anytime the catcher's coming up out of the chute, hard for the umpire to see that pitch. Brantley's 6th stolen base on the year.
And Encarnacion works a walk.
Well, it looked like it was on the plate. I don't know whether home plate umpire thought that was up. You see Aaron Boone also looking. Let's take a look here. You see Romine, I mean, on the pitch strike box. That was a strike.
So first and second, 1 man out. We're in the bottom of the third. The Yankees and the Indians tied at 2. Yonder Alonso singled to left center in the first inning. And a strike. "57 pitches, 1 out into the third inning for Severino." Oh, 2.
Perfect location. Fastball comes back, pulls the string. His changeup at 90 miles an hour. Good hitter, runner and scoring position for Alonso.
1-2. "38 strikes, 21 balls." Still 1-2. First game of a 4-game set. Yankees and the Indians, and that will end the nominal first half of the season. 4 days off for the All-Star break, except for those that are going to D.C. Severino's going. The question is, will he be starting? Two and 2. A.J. Hinch will make that decision. The manager of the world champion Astros. Dave Roberts will manage the National League team, the Dodger manager. Severino made the All-Star team last year, didn't get the pitch.
Well, he's pitching on a day where certainly will be in the running to start.
Absolutely.
Whereas I think Verlander's Sunday pitcher. I don't think he's eligible. Or Verlander's slated to pitch Sunday.
3-2, 1 out, first and second. Base hit, left field. Brantley rounds third. He's coming home. The throw cut off by Andujar. And now they have Encarnacion in a rundown, tagged out by Gregorius, but an RBI single for Alonso, and it's 3-2 Indians.
Oh, Alonso almost identical to his first at bat, except he did on the first pitch. Good hitting. He's got the most RBIs for American League first basemen. There's another one for him. Watch here. After changeup, and he took the pitch prior to this fastball up in the zone. Goes the other way. Nice job. Now right here, good execution. You got the left fielder, Brett Gardner. Make sure you hit the cutoff man. Sees Encarnacion going too far, Andujar, and then it's a little foot race with Didi. Getting Encarnacion off third base. Big out right there.
Single RBI, the out 7-5-6. Kipnis fouls it away. So again, the Indians have taken the lead. Finally, a swing and a miss. 65 pitches into the game, the first swing and miss.
That's a wow. It is. I mean, we're not talking about a contact pitcher here. 495 strikeouts in his young career.
And the swing and a miss came on the slider, did not come on a fastball. They've been on the fastball, and as Al mentioned, the pitches have been up in the zone. High fly ball, right center. Judge is there. He'll put it away for the final out. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left on base. We've played 3 in Cleveland. Indians lead 3-2. When the Yankees take on the Royals, it's Military Appreciation Day and Camo Cap Day. as the first 18,000 guests in attendance are going to receive a camo Yankees cap courtesy of Budweiser. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. We go to the fourth inning. Gregorius against Kluber. Pitch outside 1-0. Audi scoreboard 3-2. Indians lead the Yankees. Kluber, a two-time American League Cy Young Award winner and the reigning Cy Young Award winner.
Well, obviously early in this game, but I didn't anticipate this, Michael. It's looking more goose eggs than a 3-2 game here at the top of the fourth.
High fly ball, right center field. On the run is Allen, looking up, see ya! Tie game, a solo shot for Gregorius. Well, he had 2 against him in game 5, and he connects here in the first game of this 4-game set to tie it up at 3.
Wow. I mean, that's one of those when you're going into the series, you know about it. Your Kluber, what Didi did in that DS, but here it looks like that backdoor cutter. But what a nice job that Didi did staying on it. 16th home run on the year. We have a tie Wago here.
.430 feet on that home run. First pitch to Stanton is a strike. So home run number 16 for Gregorius. He has 49 ribbies now. One and one.
Go figure. The Yankees bring it back to tie game again for Severino.
Two and one. You see with his recent hot streak, Stanton's numbers very respectable, but he did not get the vote for the final 5, so he will have 4 days off for the All-Star break. 2-2. First 53 games, 240, 11 home runs, 29 ribbies. Last 37, he's up to 327 over that time. 11 home runs and 25 ribbies, and slugging about 150 points higher. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Let's check out the exit velocity on Didi's home run, presented by Spectrum Internet with faster download speeds and better performance. 103 miles per hour. That all-important 25-degree launch angle out. 430 feet, as we mentioned.
That was hit. What is that? Was that in their Indians bullpen, or did that make it up to the Yankee bullpen? 430.
Oh, I think it was the Yanks.
It's a long way.
Here's Aaron Hicks. One and one.
Another guy that's been hot of late, Aaron Hicks. Just with the home run, career high, 16. Nine home runs in his last 20 games.
And he bunts. Gomes fires to second, and the throw goes into center field. Stanton gets up. He'll go to third. And the Yankees have runners on the corners and nobody out. Shoddy defense there by the Indians.
I like it. I know I mentioned Aaron Hicks could hit home runs, 9 in his last 20. Saw Ramirez back, and this was all on his own. That was late, thinking that he could just lay it down, but he didn't throw it out, hit it out far enough. Yan Gomes thought he had Stanton at second, and it just leaked enough toward first base that Francisco Lindor, this would be a good shot right here. You see this, he thought he had enough time, but once the hand gets to the side, that's ended up being like a sinking or two-seam pitch that would run into the first base side of second base.
Here's Greg Bird. Bird struck out in the second. First and third, nobody out. In the fourth. Game tied at 3. Kluber is robotic in his preparation, in his seeming lack of emotion, and that's why he comes by the nickname of Klubot. His delivery, his release point. That one is driven into right center field. That is going to be trouble. That ball is off the wall. Stanton scores. Hicks rounds third. They'll hold him up. The throw comes home. That's cut off by Alonso. It's an RBI double for Bird, and the Yankees take the lead 4-3. He missed a home run by that much.
Maybe a little too much topspin by Greg Bird, but wow, this is not what people had thought with the advertised starters of this game. That little cutter out over the plate stays through it. You can see left center, right center approach, middle of the field. Didi goes over the Cleveland Indian bullpen.
Wow, right under the yellow.
How far did it miss? Yeah, you're right. It was by that much.
And that brings the pitching coach Carl Willis out to the mound to talk things over with Kluber.
Hitting shoes are on, right, Mike? Can you figure? We got nobody out in the fourth. There's been 12 hits, 7 runs.
Al, it's a rule of television. If you're going to trumpet the pitching matchup, there's going to be a lot of runs scored. 13 runs allowed in his last 3 starts against the Yankees. That includes the postseason. So Kluber, who had always dominated the Yankees, not of late. Infield in. Here is Andujar. Runners at second, third. Still nobody out. He goes around. 0-1. Always dangerous to bring the infield in with 2 runners in scoring position, because if one squeezes through, you're giving up 2, not just 1. Some action in the Indians bullpen. Holds up, pitch low and away. 1-1.
Middle infielder not on the grass.
Olsen is up. Two and 1 on Andujar. Double to left his first time up. Nice save there by Gomes.
Yeah, another one of those side-winded sliders, but oof, just barely getting the glove on it. Otherwise, it would have been another run for the Yankees. Well, he's still 3 in a row. If you think that's the pitch, does he throw it again?
Romine is on deck. And he walks him. That'll load the bases with nobody out for Austin Romine.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 28, Austin Romine.
bases loaded. You got to Kluber's got to get ahead. That's the last thing you want to do as a pitcher. Nobody out, get behind. Hunt the fastball here.
So the infield at short and second kind of halfway, hedging their bet for the double play. In at the corners. Great numbers in these situations. Hicks at third, Bird at second, and Duhar is at first. Yankees up 4-3 in the top of the fourth inning. Oh, 0-2 on Romine. Romine struck out looking. That was in the third. 61 pitches for Kluber. And these are the pitches by inning. Now, in an easy second with 9. Is at 21 here and still nobody out. Another block there by Gomes. 1-2.
Nice job. You can't say enough about that. When you have a guy on the mound like Kluber, that his out pitch is that nasty slider, you got to trust it. You can't hang it. You don't want to hang it. Yan Gomes doing a nice job again, blocking that ball, saving it.
Swing and a miss. Romine down on strikes, 1 away.
That's a big out for Kluber and the Indians. They got double play depth. Get out of it with 1 ground ball. He threw the slider before, which was kind of that mid-80s, and then this is that cut fastball. You could see Romine wanting to stay middle, just make contact, and just missed it about 3 inches off the plate.
Hit sharply right at Alonso, steps on first for the double play. So Walker hit it on the screws, but they turned it into a double play. Yankees scored 2 to take the lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Mbappe and France take on Luka Modric and Croatia in the FIFA World Cup final. Coverage begins Sunday at 10 a.m. or stream it live on the Fox Sports app. The third place match between Belgium and England takes place Saturday. Coverage starts at 9 a.m. on Fox. Been a great World Cup, and that will finish it up. So they've given Severino a 4-3 lead. And a 1-1 count now on Naquin. Audi scoreboard 4-5-0 Yanks, 3-7-1 for the Indians. There's a strike. Fly ball left center. On the run is Hicks. He covered a lot of ground for the first out.
Well placed defensively. The Yankees were left center. Tyler Naquin not trying to do a whole lot. One of those home and away splits, Michael, coming into tonight. I looked at a few of the guys. Tyler Naquin 316 at home, 234 on the road. Aaron Hicks got on his horse, was able to cover a lot of ground.
Here's Gomes. Oh and 1.
It is a little. Listen, the Indians, good hitting team. There's a reason why they're in first place. I like this team a lot. It's a playoff team. But one swing and miss.
Very odd.
Even pitches that are off the plate, getting some good passes out.
You still think it's those cameras out there, don't you?
No, I want to go back. I'm not insinuating anything, but I know that at least once upon a time, yeah, we used to think something was up.
In your Blue Jay days.
In my Blue Jay days. Oh yeah, let's see, 1 out. Let's see here.
Fly ball center field. Hicks is there. 2 down. I'll give you permission to start.
Real quick. Doug Linton played with him at the Blue Jays, got traded to Kansas City. Mike McFarlane gave up 7 or 8 in the first inning. Apparently was making great pitches. This is in 1995. That's when the Indians went to the World Series, right? They lost to the Braves. I come in, the Kansas City goes to Toronto. I talked to Doug Linton. He told me about the game. My next start is here in Cleveland. That's what was the Jake. And Lance Parrish, remember Lance Parrish with the Indians or Tigers? He was my catcher, and I told him we're going to go multiple signs with nobody on base. Total insecure move, but let's eliminate all doubt. Roger used to do that
all the time
and home away. It didn't matter. Roger, meaning like nobody on second base. You gave multiple signs. Right there, you see 3. This should be a backdoor slider. Oh, fastball. Was that fastball?
Yes.
Well, I mean a 1. And I did multiple signs, Michael. I forget the exact box score, but I had a good start. And I don't know whether it was just I was doing that with Lance Parrish and I made good pitches. Maybe it was a coincidence. But I never did that. I never had multiple signs back then with nobody on base. It was a changeup.
It was amazing watching Clemens. First batter of the game. Multiple signs. As if there was a guy at second base.
And home.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's, you start thinking that the coaches on the coach's box, can they see the signs? Well, now we're seeing a little disgruntled looks. I thought Kluber had one up and away. Severino 2 innings ago had one that was close on the strike zone box. That one there, according to the little strike zone box, was a strike. So Chris Siegel's not making friends right now as far as the pitchers.
Guy the other way and out of play.
It was a first 99. '80th pitch in. He's got his hardest pitch.
Al, we looked it up. The game you're talking about was June 2nd, 1995. You pitched 7 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs.
No runs, 3 hits. Yeah, I remember. And Lance Parrish, you remember him? He was a big guy, muscle guy, like kind of scary. And when I sat down with him before the game, I said, "We're going multiple signs." He thought I was. Yeah.
Well, even before you said that, he thought that. So 1-2-3 inning for Severino as he bounces back. We go to the 5th inning. Yankees lead this one 4-3. Two back in the loss column, 3.5 in the standings. Everybody else just hanging on. All the Rays having a much better season than anyone thought they would have at 48 and 44. Here's Brett Gardner. He will lead off the 5th. GMC scoreboard. Yankees lead 4-3. Gardner with a big 2-run home run in the 3rd inning, kind of broke the veneer of the Cy Young Award winner Kluber and tied the game at 2. In a game where we would have bet that it would be a pitcher's duel, this game is going to be decided by the bullpens. And if you're the Yankees, you have to like your chances there. Their bullpen is much better than the Indians.
It's not even close. Indians' worst bullpen in the American League?
In baseball, ERA wise. And a completely different bullpen if the guy that you just saw laughing was active. Andrew Miller is such a big part of what they do. Look at the disparity. Almost double the Indians, the ERA. Yankees ERA best in baseball, Indians worst. Ground ball at second base. Kipnis. One away.
To the plate now for the Yankees, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Did you walk to Progressive Field today, Al, or did you take a cab?
You know what? I took a cab, and for some reason there was some traffic coming down whatever that main road is there, and I got out and I walked.
And did you notice the big building that had LeBron James on it for the last 4 years? It's gone.
I figured as much.
They started taking it down the next day. The building's still there. The big poster of LeBron is not.
They knocked the building down. We'll show him.
Well, you can say what you want about him, but he brought Cleveland something they had not had for a long time, and that was a championship.
Yeah.
Coming back from 3-1 down to beat the Warriors, a 73-win team. So he did what he came here to do. The kid from Akron. Now he's an LA Laker. And thinking about it, Al, you were kind of like the LeBron James of the Yankees.
Yeah.
High draft pick, local kid.
Keep going. It ends there.
2-2. Reaches out and spoils it.
Just filled with disappointment.
That's not true. You scored 3 World Series
Well,
rings.
but early on, I mean, you know, you get to the big leagues with the club that drafted you. You dream and fantasize of all the stuff that you want to achieve as a big leaguer.
First 6 outs you ever got, strikeouts.
That is true. And Mickey Mantle called that game.
Really? On
Yeah.
Sports Channel?
Yeah, with Hawk Harrelson.
Wow. Anyway, you have a tape of that?
I do.
You do?
I do.
That's neat.
It's VHS. Yeah.
Line drive, a base hit down the left field line. That's going to go to the wall. Playing it in the corner is Brantley, and Judge picks himself up a 1-out double.
Well, another good at bat by Yankee hitters. He fought a 2-1 count, got a slider, made it 2-2, got to 3-2. Kind of a flat slider on the Mercedes-Benz Yesmo. You see his foot goes down, but out in front. Was able to stay back enough and strong enough to get that ball down there in left field line. How many doubles is that? 19 doubles on the year for Aaron Judge.
Ground ball right side. Alonso flips to Kluber as Judge moves to third.
Now to the plate for New York, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
And here's Stanton. Judge leads off third. Kluber with a strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Yankees lead 4-3. We're in the top of the 5th inning at Progressive Field. Now Alonso is pulled well off the line at first, but the Indians play him as true in the infield as most any team.
Almost outfield too.
Yeah.
You see Greg Allen going down to right center field with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Stanton down on strikes. No runs a hit, no errors. 1 man left at the end of 4.5. We're halfway through. Yankees lead by 1. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this sale. Love sales. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Francisco Lindor comes up. GMC scoreboard 4-3 Yankees lead. And now we turn to you as Lindor will dig in for the Jeep Hitters Scouting Report.
Yeah, across the board. AL leaderboard. Listen, he's 3rd in home runs. Leads all of baseball in runs. Total bases, he's 2nd in Major League Baseball. Best shortstop in Major League Baseball. I'll put a question mark next to it. But according to WAR, he is that. 5.3. They have Carlos Correa, Manny Machado 2nd.
Another base hit.
Look at that. Just went the other way. That's where you throw the ball. When you watch hitters at 300 hitters, they generally hit the ball where it's thrown. And the last one, he gets a little big sometimes. I do think this, Michael, for where we are in baseball, he's not a big statured guy, but you know, as I say that, he's got 25 home runs. Sometimes part of his swing, he does try to go yard ball and swing a little, what is viewed as or referred to as big swing. 3-time All-Star the last 3 years now, named again this year, be going to DC. He's a fun player, and he does it with a smile.
You wonder if the Indians just feel the clock ticking, because when the Indians have had long runs where the window is open, like right now, they have signed young players to reasonable contracts. You look at what Jose Ramirez is getting. He's in the 2nd year of a 5-year, $26 million deal. I mean, an absolute steal. So they identify early if they like the guy. They try to sign him to a nice deal where he'll grab the security. And there were several reports that he was close, Lindor, and then said no.
Yeah.
So
that was a couple of years ago.
That was a couple of years ago. And
right after the World Series.
Probably not going to be able to keep him if he becomes a free agent.
You said earlier, and it surprised me, you gave a number on Brantley's contract. I mean, I couldn't believe that deal either. And I know he's been hurt, but this guy's a heck of a player. I mean,
Brantley is 5 years, $35.5 million.
Right. Well, that's a little pricier than I thought.
Well, it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And they got him from the Brewers in the CC Sabathia deal.
Oh.
But the thing that has slowed him down, obviously, has been the injuries. But it would be a shame you have a guy like Lindor, 8th overall pick in 2011. And is he going to stay here longer than the 6 years? And if he doesn't, and they know that he's not,
yeah,
you start to make plans to trade him, because the Orioles might have waited too long with Machado. As Brantley takes a strike. If they had done this a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, knowing they would not sign him, they would have gotten a haul. Now, anybody makes a trade for him, you're getting him essentially for 2 months.
Yep.
Because when you're that close to being a free agent, in all likelihood, you're not going to sign once you get dealt. Let's see if they can turn 2. There's 1. And there's 2 as they double up Brantley.
Wow.
Well, that whole play seemed to unfold in slow motion.
Yeah, especially with Didi. You know, normally the momentum would be going toward first base. He kind of was flat-footed. I don't know if the Indians are going to challenge this. Certainly looking at it. Watch here. I mean, they play perfectly placed. Neil Walker a little bit to his right, but kind of pivots. Strong throw, but right there off his back foot. Didn't get a whole lot of momentum. Get a closer look right here. Oh, they're not challenging.
Wow, I'm surprised. Jose Ramirez takes upstairs. Seems as if Severino in a little bit better rhythm than he was in the first couple of innings. And then there's that, as that one is crushed to right field. Tie game.
Wow.
A 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He drilled it into the seats and right.
that double play was big. Well, they'd be up right now. That's a 1-0 heater. You could see where Romine was setting up a way. I mean, that just got out of here quickly. Beautiful swing. Gets the fastball. Foot is down. Straight through the middle of the field. This guy's a good hitter. That's a beautiful swing right there. 28 homers on the year.
9th hit against Severino. Second ribby for Ramirez, has 67 on the season, and look what he's done against Severino. 5 for 13, 3 homers and 5 ribbies. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. First time since April 10th that Severino has given up more than 3 runs in a game. Swing and a miss. Encarnacion down on strikes as Severino reaches 100 miles an hour. But 99 couldn't get it done against Ramirez. His home run ties it at 4 as we go to the 6th. Matchup against the Indians. Coverage begins at 6 with Audi batting practice today in the Chevy Yankees pregame right here on Yes and streaming on Fox Sports Go. Well, the home run by Ramirez tied the game. It was also his 28th home run of the year. That's the most ever in the first half by an Indians player, breaking a tie that he was in with Albert Bell, who had 27 before the All-Star game. Now that's somewhat of a sketchy stat. As the ground ball goes to first, Hicks is retired, and it's sketchy for this reason. The All-Star game comes at different times of the year. It's not always 81 games. It could be 87 games. So it's just they're using that as a line of demarcation, but we're not exactly sure.
Yeah.
You know, how many did Bell actually hit it in? How many has Ramirez hit it in?
So this is what, the 92nd game for the Yankees tonight? And I think once upon a time, Michael, the All-Star game used to be later. I know they had 2 for a period of time, but the All-Star game used to be the end of August or end of July.
One-0 count on Bird. Bird just missed a home run last time up. Doubled off the wall in right center to drive in a run. So Bird has a 6-game hitting streak. And in his last 4 games, he has 10 runs batted in. Now, Ryan, I saw you in the clubhouse today. You had about a 30-minute conversation with Bird. Tell me what went on there.
Mostly about great New York restaurants, Michael. But aside from that, I was just asking him whether or not the results also coincide with how he feels right now. And he said, yeah, I do feel better. He said, in this game, the little things end up adding up to big results. And over the last week or so, the little things, just how I feel with my swing, the way I'm seeing the ball, the timing has all felt better and better. And as a result, he has gotten the results at the plate as those little things have started to feel better. He said he's had moments where he's thought, okay, I'm close, but it's this last week where he's finally felt like it is coming together for him.
Here's the 2-2. And what's interesting, Ryan, is that the guys in the dugout see it way before we do. You know, Aaron Boone has been saying this for a couple weeks. I could see it. It's about to happen. The way he's hitting balls, the way he's lifting balls rather than just grounding out. They knew it was coming before it did.
And that's why he said, Bird, that is, the key is just to keep going. Because when you can feel it, you usually are around the corner. You can't give up even if you're not getting the results.
Swing and a miss. Bird down on strikes. So 2 away here in the 6th inning. It's a 4-4 game. And the Yankee bullpen getting busy. Adam Warren first up.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing of all of this, and the game is mental. So when you're, you come off an injury and you're trying to find your timing, and hitting is awfully tough to do even when healthy, and the numbers aren't there, you press, and it becomes, it's in your mind, and you're trying to keep the positive, good perspective, and I'm going to put a good swing, I'm swinging a strike, all that.
And Duhar with a single through the right side. He's been on base all 3 times. A double, a walk, and now a single with 2 outs in the 6th inning.
It's a huge part of the game, Michael. 3 simple things, and I think these players get inundated with a lot of information. I wanted to know who was going to swing at the first pitch, who were the fastball hitters, and who was hot, who was cold, who couldn't wait to get to the bat rack to get in the batter's box. You could see it. You could see the exuding confidence of a player, or not, and it applies to the pitcher too.
Romine takes a strike. Romine struck out with the bases loaded and nobody out in the 4th inning when the Yankees could have really broken this game open. So that was the first out against Kluber, and the Indians had the bullpen up. Olsen was warming up, and then Neil Walker hit a ball as hard as he could hit it right at Alonso, stepped on first base for the inning-ending double play. 0-2. One and 2. 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for the Indians, and 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors for the Yanks. 92 pitches for Kluber, 60 strikes. Let me correct the Yankee hit total. 7 hits for the Yanks. Each team has left 3 runners on base. Two and 2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Romine down on strikes. No run to hit. 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We are tied at 4.
wrong on this. I thought it would have been a lot of goose eggs. But look at the location here. Ends up Ramirez, a changeup, the slider, middle of the plate to Encarnacion. Mistakes, generally speaking, middle of the plate stuff. And even at 98, 90, that's 99 mile an hour fastball right there. Ramirez deposited for 4 runs, kind of ruined the night for Luis Severino. But same, Kluber, we're looking at, what, 3 or 4 hits, maybe 0, 1-0 kind of thing. 8 runs, 16 hits, not to be tonight.
Look at the 1 strikeout. An odd night for Luis Severino, so he will finish the first half of the season at 14-2, and now waits to see if he gets the All-Star start for the American League. He will not get a decision tonight. Adam Warren will be the first of the relievers to come out of the bullpen for the Yankees. This will be his 20th game, 28 strikeouts in 23 1/3 innings. Too many walks, 21 hits, 9 walks. That's 30 base runners in 23 1/3 innings.
Back to the 0-0 game. Start from here. We mentioned at the beginning of the game, Michael. It's a battle of the bullpens. Yankees win this.
Now in Boston, the Red Sox have taken a 5-2 lead over the Blue Jays. Yonder Alonso lines one right at Bird, 1 pitch, 1 out. And Al, Mookie Betts hit a grand slam off J-Happ. The 13th pitch of an at bat. The 46th pitch of the inning by Happ.
Wow.
So there are teams that are scouting Happ for possible acquisition. He has not made people up their bid, I'll tell you that.
No, right? I mean, his last few starts since all of this conversation about Happ being traded has not pitched well. 43 pitches in the inning?
Yep.
Jeez.
And was lifted after the grand slam.
It's one of my starts. In the first inning.
Listen, I don't even like making those kind of jokes because you have a legion of friends who think that we don't get along when I joke around like that. So I'm done doing it.
No, but then I tell them we've known each other for 30 years. It's just playing.
But are they that like tone deaf about comedy and friendship? And
apparently.
Really? Okay. Time to cut them loose. Two and 2 on Kipnis.
Change up. I mean, Adam Warren was really kind of a guy, especially a couple years ago. It was pretty much you knew you were going to get a slider. Couple change ups there. Beautiful pitch. Best pitch in baseball. All the great hitters that I was teammates with and talked about what's the hardest hit to pitch, hardest pitch to hit is a change up. Because you can't practice it. You can put a pitching machine, wind it up to 98, 100 miles an hour. Eventually they time it. You can set a pitching machine to sliders, keep throwing it, you can hit it. Curveballs. You can't practice a changeup.
Because everybody's different. And the difference in. Off the glove of Walker. And it goes into right field. Kipnis is going for 2. The throw by Judge is not in time. We'll see how they score that. It was hard hit, but that's a ball that Walker should make the play on.
Well, I mean, he is playing short right field, so that might factor in. It was hit hard.
It is an E40.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he did get in front of it. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's right in front of it. Right out of the gate, Kipnis hasn't had a great year batting average wise, but as soon as he saw that ball kick away, 223 coming into tonight's game, did not hesitate.
Here's Naquin. Now, is it true, Al, what Andy Petty used to tell me, that if you
feature a cutter, it's impossible to throw a change. Just the way the wrist is tilted, it's hard to do both.
Yes, because of the way it comes out. And I had a terrible changeup. I threw just a few just to get him off my four-seamer cutter. But Andy's right. You know, you turn your hand in for those pitches, and a two-seamer or changeup, you kind of what's pronate is where your hand goes out, thumb goes down, you kind of have like a screwball effect. So it's hard to have both.
Mariano and Andy, when they came up, they had good changeups. And then they developed cutters and the changeups went away.
It's just a different finish.
1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Naquin.
And the reason why you can't practice changeups is because the very nature of the pitch is to change up off another pitch.
Right.
So you're not going to have a pitching coach say, okay, I'm going to throw lob balls and get used to a 60-mile-an-hour pitch. The effect is 90, 75, 93, 78. And you can't teach it.
And the optimum, I mean, not optimum, but the minimum that there should be a difference, it should be 10 miles.
10 miles would be ideal. Curveball, you want to go 12 miles plus, you know, if you have that big separation. But yeah, I mean, there were some guys. I played with Josh Beck, and I used to kind of argue with him. He had a nice career, but he'd throw his fastball 95, and he'd throw a 90, 91 mile-an-hour changeup. Just hold it like a changeup, but throw it as hard as he could.
And that's just a bad fastball.
Yeah, I just thought there wasn't enough separation. So ideally, you know, Moose at the end of his career, you know, he had the big slow curveball, but he had a good changeup that had great separation of 12, 13, 14 miles an hour.
Let's see if Warren goes change up here to Naquin. Righty to lefty, that's when you throw it. Runner at second base on the error by Walker. Yankees' first error of the game. Each team with a miscue. 4-4 game. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
So there's a, you know, listen, open base. This is a big moment right now. You got the lefty, Gomes on deck, righty. You know, that's okay. You throw a pitcher's pitch here. If you walk him, so what? Start over with Gomes. Slider. And that's where, you know, Adam Warren's been pitching now several years in the big leagues. Like, just think with the situation. You don't have to give in. There's no giving in right here. This is a big at bat. Go ahead, run, tight game. Second base, mistake as the Indians go up.
Try to get the fastball by him. Naquin fouls it away.
Yeah, that's a good call right there. And that little short hack from Naquin. That's a I want to just put the ball in play swing. So he's going to allow himself to get beat on the fastball as he did there, 91. Knowing that Adam Warren is much more prone to throw sliders, throwing more changeups now. So this is where I didn't mind wipes. You know, obviously they're not on the same page here. You got Adam Warren. He's got his fastball slider to change. Meaning you don't have to shake. Wipe to the pitch.
And he tipped it into the glove of Romine, who holds on for the second out.
It's a great call, Michael. It just that the emergency hack that Tyler Naquin had on a fastball away looked like a hockey goalie just trying to deflect it. What do you come? Fastball inside. He was protecting against off speed. Great call by Austin Romine. He's late. He's got to work to get to it because inside looks quicker. You got to get to this pitch here. It even leaked more middle. Nice job all the way around. Austin Romine, if he called that pitch, well done.
Now, you were telling me earlier off the air that there's a new metric that people look at. Where you throw the fastball, it projects faster in the hitter's eye.
Effective velocity.
Effective velocity. So inside, that probably seemed a lot faster than what the MP8 said.
So there's perceived velocity. Perceived velocity is delivery. Does he hide the baseball? Is he throwing it out in front of his head? Is it, when you release the ball, you're 5.5, 6 foot stride. So you're really throwing the ball 54, 56 feet away. Effective velocity is locating the pitch, and velocity has different velocity in the eyeball with respect to what the hitter sees. Meaning a 90-mile-an-hour fastball inside, to get the barrel to that ball, you got to be a little quicker, because you got to make that contact point out in front. Whereas that same 90-mile-an-hour fastball away looks a little slower because your contact point is a little later. So the metrics have gotten really sophisticated, and that's why you're seeing, all of these teams, starting to believe or having these percentages of guys even with great fastballs, a la Luis Severino, throws 50% of his pitches this year. He's got the best fastball of any starter in baseball, velocity-wise, and he throws 50% of it. That wouldn't have been unheard of 10, 20, certainly 30 years ago.
Because he would have thrown more.
You'd throw more fastballs, right? So now here, if you watch, these guys are really good. They can hit 95 to 100. They're doing it. We just said Ramirez hit 99 miles an hour. He pulled it for a home run. It's incredible what these guys do. So now it's, 95, you throw 76, you come back to 92, you throw 88. Not only in that box you're looking at right there, but also the velocities.
Right back to Warren. He knocks it down, and that will do it. So he picks up Walker and pitches around the error. We're going to go to the 7th inning. We're knotted at 4.
Luis Severino, not what I expected or anybody. Really left some pitches out over the plate. The 2-run homer by Gardner in the 3rd, and then the solo home run, Didi Gregorius. You see with nice swing there by Greg Bird. Just some pitches and location. Give hitters credit. Listen, these are 2 premium Cy Young Award type pitchers. I mean, Kluber's got 2 of them, and the hitters on both respective lineups have really done a nice job tonight.
Cadillac scoreboard, top of the 7th inning. It's 4-4 here in Cleveland. Kluber's still out there to be 9-1-2 in the Yankees order. We'll start off with Neil Walker, who was 0 for 2, struck out and lined into a double play to first. And a strike. So Kluber has not had his best stuff, but hanging tough. He wants to give them as many innings as he can. The more innings he gives them, the fewer innings they have to get out of the bullpen.
Yeah, that's exactly the thinking from Terry Francona, unlike Aaron Boone and the Yankees with the tremendous bullpen they have. Oliver Perez. He's had a good year.
He's had a great year. Neil Ramirez. Swing and a miss, and Walker down on strikes. One away here in the 7th.
A couple nasty changeups. And also, too, you know, you got the All-Star break coming up here, so these guys coming down the stretch that won't be at the All-Star game are pitching. What a pitch. That looks like a split finger movement. They have plenty of rest, so Terry Francona may push him another inning. At least get him through this inning.
Here's Gardner. He is 1 for 2, the 1 and 2-run home run. Skips out of the way. 1-0. First game of a 4-game set. David Robertson up for the Yanks. Aaron Boone said everything's good to go with Aroldis Chapman knee-wise, so he has to be used. He can be. Fly ball left field on the run. Brantley makes the play. 2 down.
Yeah, quick inning here, Michael. You wonder what the conversation will be with Terry Francona and Corey Kluber. With respect to the All-Star break and maybe getting another inning out of it.
Here's Judge. He's 1 for 3. Double the left his last time up. High fly ball, right field. Naquin back. He's there. And a 1-2-3 inning for Kluber against the Yankees. Time for the 7th inning stretch in Cleveland. It's a 4-4 game. Four 7-1, 4-9-1 for the Indians. Severino lasted 5. Corey Kluber had an easy 7th inning. All likelihood he's going to pitch the 8th, especially because of the tough time the Indians have had with their bullpen. Brett Gardner, 2-run home run. Gregorius with 2 home runs in Game 5 against Kluber last year. It's a home run tonight. Jose Ramirez, an RBI single, a solo home run for the Indians.
David Robertson will be pitcher number 2 out of the Yankee bullpen.
A steady David Robertson. 28 hits, 41 in the third innings. 4 strikeouts in innings. A reliable guy for what is it, 11th season now in the big leagues. It's coming up in 05.
Cadillac scoreboard 4-4. Greg Allen right up and up the middle to Robertson, and he makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Back to the top of the order in the dangerous Francisco Lindor. 2 for 3. They announced the crowd here at Progressive Field, 31,267 on a 75-degree Thursday evening in Cleveland. Oh, and 2 on Lindor.
I said 05. As that rolled off my tongue, I had 05. I played for the Yankees. 2008, David Robertson came
He was part of the championship team in 09. Grounded foul.
Close for the Yanks that year. Mo with his Achilles, right? Or the knee injury in Kansas City.
Knee injury. Two away.
Bang, bang. You got 4 sprints a night, maybe 5 or 6 if you're hitting a lot of hits and runs. Half a step.
There's Michael Brantley. Oh, strike. Bottom of the 7th inning. Yanks Indians 4-4. Seven pitches for Robertson, 6 strikes. That one bounced up there. I'd like to face this guy leading off, not with a runner on base. Over Robertson, but right there, playing him perfectly, is Gregorius, and Robertson works a 1-2 inning with 3 ground balls. We're tied. Not the game we expected, but a good one. We go to the 8th, 4-4. PeoplesUnitedBank.com for great lease offers by People's United Bank. If your checking account isn't performing, put it on waivers. People's United Bank, member FDIC. And by the Jeep Celebration event going on now. Will there be a celebration for the Yankees tonight as we go to the 8th inning? 4-4. Cadillac, the Hyundai scoreboard 4-4. Gregorius will lead off. Takes pitch outside, 1-0. Gregorius 1 for 3, 1 a home run.
And a good count right here. A couple fastballs, one away, one in. Let's see what Kluber does here. Does he give in? Changeup.
Well, that's certainly not giving in, but now 3-0. Now do the Yankees turn it loose on 3-0? I think they do. Same two up in the bullpen for the Indians. Oliver Perez and Neil Ramirez. And he walks him on 4 pitches. Now, a quick word from Spectrum.
Spectrum Internet. No data caps, no contracts. Just faster speeds with better performance.
There are no decisions that are made in a vacuum. If the Indians had a representative bullpen, Kluber would be out right now.
Yes.
But because they don't, he's got to make this decision. Do I go with a tiring Kluber or go to a bullpen that's been incendiary? And he's deciding to stay with a tiring pitcher who might get hurt. So nothing's made in a vacuum. Every manager can't make the same decision in the same spot.
Although I would argue that with where we are now, this is Terry Francona. Multiple world championships, veteran manager. You know, he's making that gut decision. There are new managers, young managers that do basically manage by the book.
Yeah, but I think the book tells you can't take this guy out when your bullpen's that bad. So, yeah, this might be a gut, but it's also from past performance. His bullpen can't get people out. They're last in major leagues. Fly ball right field.
Yeah, he knew it. He missed it.
1 away.
You see Giancarlo right there. That is just a middle, little cut to it. Wasn't a straight fastball, the two-seamer. That's a pitch that Giancarlo Stanton would love to get back. Watch the location here. That is middle. Yeah, he knew it. Well, there's also by the book too. You get over 100 pitches and the bells go off and everybody goes running around. Then you got to pull a pitcher. There's a couple factors here.
Well, season high is 116. He averages 96.3 pitches per start, so he's 10 over that.
I mean, I think it's a no-brainer. You know, he had a little clunker in the third and fourth with a couple home runs, Gardner and Didi. But you know, this is the reigning American League Cy Young Award. You have an All-Star break coming up here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. I mean, it's without a doubt. Even if they had a little better bullpen, it's a 4-4 game. I'm going in saying, hey, Skip, keep me in this one.
One and one on Hicks. Hicks is 0 for 2, laid down a sac bunt, reached on a throwing error by Gomes. Kind of opened up the inning for the Yankees, but they scored just 2 and could have broken open the game.
I mentioned Hicks been hot, especially with the home runs. Kluber has thrown Aaron Hicks a lot of changeups. Last 2 at bats, he got him out, both on changeups. There it is again. Consistent. This home plate umpire, Michael, Chris Siegel, I think he's been pretty tight. We've seen a lot on that strike zone box that have been what looked like a strike. He's going to the ball.
Two and two.
There it is again. Jan Gomes called the changeup. He shook. Called it again and threw it. This is back-to-back changeups. You got a hot hitter who's hit a lot of home runs. 9 homers in the last 20 games. Pulls the string. Now here in his head. Does he throw another changeup? Does he sneak fastball by it?
Fouls that one off his foot.
Out in front of this changeup again, 3 in a row. Ooh. Got him slowed down. Kluber has. There's 111th pitch, soon to be 112th. Definitely bothered Aaron Hicks. He's still having a tough time getting the box here.
Red Sox lead the Blue Jays 5-3. Top of the 7th inning at Fenway. Red Sox have won 9 in a row. So 3-2. Does Boone send Gregorius?
Didi leads the team in stolen bases with 10.
Bird on deck.
I say yes.
Three infielders on the right side for the switch hitter Hicks, hitting from the left side. A lot of the left side of the infield is open. Runner goes. Pitch was fouled back. Went with the fastball.
It's the effectiveness of a guy that knows his arsenal, knows what works, what's not working, and changes speeds. All off speeds. 5 off-speed pitches until that fastball.
Runner goes. Drive into center field. Allen back, still back, still back. It's going to be over his head and up against the wall. Gregorius rounds third. He's coming home. He scores. It's an RBI double for Hicks, and the Yankees take a 5-4 lead.
What a great battle right there. Aaron Hicks, a heck of a bat. Fought every pitch. Fouled off that fastball the previous one. He got another changeup. This was a great at bat. Changeup out in front, but it was up enough. Kept his head down. Allen trying to get it in quickly. Lindor strong arm, but not even close to get Didi.
So a big blow off the bat of Hicks. That'll do it for Kluber. As Francona goes to the bullpen, Yankees have a 1-run lead.
featuring the definitive documentary series Yankeeography, History of the Yankees, on back-to-back nights during the All-Star break. Now, it all kicks off next Wednesday at 7 with Part 1, Origins to 1953, followed by Part 2, 1954 to 1980. And it all leads up to the premiere of the newest installment, 2004 to 2017, on Thursday night at 8. Yankee fan, you've got to see this. It's truly an event that you cannot miss right here on Yes. So there's Hicks, who picked up his 43rd run batted in. And the new pitcher is Oliver Perez. He will face Greg Bird. I'll tell you what, Al, I said it before it happened. They're pushing him where he shouldn't be going. And then when he made the mistake to Stanton, you knew that he just didn't have his best stuff. He was tiring, and then he ends up making a mistake, a change up to Hicks. And the reason that he was left in was the bullpen so bad. Not because they thought that that was the play, because if the bullpen has been like it was in the past, he would not have been pitching that either.
I agree. But I still like the move. I don't care.
I do too, because the bullpen's been so bad.
Listen, I think that was a great at bat. Give credit to Aaron Hicks. I hear you. You nailed it. This is exactly what Terry Francona is looking at. He has the worst bullpen with respect to the ERA in baseball.
Runner goes, throw to third. In there.
Wow.
Hicks got in ahead of the tag by Ramirez.
Well, that was a lot closer than I thought. I thought he got a great jump, and Oliver Perez has got it. I think they got him.
Well, they're showing it on the board. The crowd thinks so. Might have missed the tag.
I mean, geez, Jerry Meals, the crew chief, is right on it.
Well, they are going to challenge.
I mean, as we watch it, super slow-mo, but...
No, he's in. I don't think he tagged him.
You know what? That's a better angle. That swipe tag, it looked better from the other angle. With this angle here, it looked like he got him.
Yeah, I'm not sure you have the right dimension on that shot. The previous shot shows you that he did not tag it.
Ollie Perez, he's got the big old leg kick and crazy arm action.
Well, Jerry Meals made the call. Jerry Meals is the crew chief. And I don't think he tagged him on that angle. That angle, he looks safe.
Well, if nothing else, it's not conclusive. It's hard to clearly say.
And they do not overturn it. The call was correct by Jerry Meals.
Hicks is 8th stolen base on the year. Only been caught once.
Well, that helps out Bird a bit as they bring in the infield. And a 2-1 count on the lefty swinging Bird. 2-2. Boy, has Perez reinvented himself, Al. Lefty out of the bullpen effective.
Yeah, and I think what Terry Francona, how he's used him is exactly that, Michael. He comes in to just get a couple key lefties and they get him out of there. In fact, he's got 18 appearances in 11 innings.
Line to left field, tagging is Hicks. The catch is made by Brantley. Does not have much of an arm. He was too deep anyway. A sac fly for Bird. Hicks scores, and it's 6-4 Yanks.
Great job, Greg Bird. That's a big tack-out run. And that'll be all for Oliver Perez.
So Bird, his second RBI of the night. And now has 11 ribbies in his last 4 games.
Terry Francona will go to the bullpen again. Yankees are up by 2. For that, we're going to take a look at the Coors Light refreshing finish and the hit by Hicks.
I'll tell you, 8-pitch at bat. This was the crushing blow right here with respect to Corey Kluber, the go-ahead run. I thought it was a heck of a bat. Gets a changeup up in the zone. See the exit velocity of 102.2 miles an hour. 405 feet on that.
So the Yankees have battled in this one. Now they're up by 2. And Neil Ramirez takes over. It'll be Ramirez against Andujar. And there's a strike to Andujar. Andujar 2 for 2 with a walk. Oh, 2 quickly on the Yankee third baseman.
Doesn't get cheated. Miguel Andujar, he sees fastball, he's swinging. His 2 hits tonight were both on first pitch fastballs.
One and 2. A lot of pacing, a lot of gum, a lot of seeds for Terry Francona during every game. A nervous wreck in the dugout. I was told that Francona chews more than 100 pieces of gum a game. Just changes it every inning.
That can't be good for him.
You think? Line drive, scooped up by Ramirez, and he gets Andujar for the final out. But the Yankees pick up an insurance run. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees up by 2. reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So Aaron Hicks with a big double, a big stolen base, and a big run scored. Tyler Wade takes over at second base to tighten up the defense. And the new pitcher is Dellin Betances. Right now, David Robertson is the pitcher of record for the Yankees. Luis Severino started, went 5. Adam Warren a scoreless 6th. Robertson a scoreless 7th. Now on to Betances. Hyundai scoreboard at 6 for the Yankees. So Ramirez, Encarnacion, and Alonso against the Yankees' big right-hander. Now the question, unless the Yankees break it open in the 9th, do they go to Chapman, who has not pitched since he left the game in Toronto with a knee issue that's been bothering him. Delivered a pitch, started limping around. Yankees took him out in the middle of the inning just to make sure. And Aaron Boone said he's fine, and they have been fortunate that they haven't had to use him. The games in Baltimore were not savable. But first, Betances has to do his job, and he's 3-1 on Ramirez. Here's Chapman starting to get ready.
I think that explains it. He was available, right?
He's been available, yes, but they just haven't used him. But I think it has been a fortuitous lack of a time to use him. I mean, why not rest his knee? Might be something that he'll have to deal with all year. He's had to manage it all season. That's not the first time it really showed up. And that's a costly walk to Ramirez to start of the 8th.
Leadoff walks, especially with the 2-run lead. And all fastballs that last pitch and curveball, he just overthrew it. Encarnacion always dangerous.
Four for 18 against Betances with 3 ribbies and 6 strikeouts. Popped up. Romine and Bird. And Romine makes the play in front of Bird for the first out. Boy, Bird came a long way for that.
Not easy for catchers. He got to the backstop, came back. You see it leaking a little bit toward the Yankee dugout. Might have been one of those deflections, and Austin Romine didn't get it, a la Bob Boone, Pete Rose in the '80 World Series.
So here's Yonder Alonso. 2 hits and 3 at bats. And a strike from Betances. Oh, 2. 6-4 Yankees. Bottom of the 8th inning. That one is looped into right field. Wade back and makes the play. That is quite a play by Tyler Wade for the second out.
Well, he tightened the defense, Aaron Boone did, by taking out Neil Walker, the younger, athletic Tyler Wade. Look at that. Full stretch. What a long way. Little jam shot was in that no man's land. Great play by Tyler Wade. A broken bat, big swing.
Just waved off Steve Donahue, who was coming out with a towel, but Wade said he's fine, so makes Aaron Boone look pretty smart. Bringing Wade to play defense, and he plays defense right there. Here's Kipnis. 1-0. That was 98 miles an hour on the fast pitch speed analytics, brought to you by Fios by Verizon. Now 98. 1-2.
He's coming right at these Indian hitters. Tony Allen getting ready for the Indians. Their closer.
Runner goes, swung on and missed, and Kipnis down on strikes. So a scoreless inning for Betances, who works around the leadoff wall. We'll go to the ninth. Yankees up by 2. Game immediately following the final out. Get a recap of tonight's contest, plus a look ahead to tomorrow's matchup against the very same Indians. It's only on Yes. (6-4) Yankees. Romine leads off. Ramirez still in there and deals high, 1-0. Ramirez got the final out of the 8th inning, got Andujar to line sharply on one hop to the third baseman Ramirez. One and one. There he is, Chapman. Speaking of the Yankee bullpen, Al, it's only right to send out birthday wishes to Chasen Shreve, his 28th birthday today.
28.
Do you know what happened on this day in 1989, Al? Ron Guidry retired. And he retired because at the time they didn't have the medical expertise to correct what he had. You know, he had a little shoulder problem, I believe. And if it was today, I don't think he would have had to retire for that.
I know he had chips taken out in one of the spring trainings that I was with him, either 88, 8, or 9 in his elbow. Well, that right there is the golden sombrero. 4 strikeouts for Austin Romine.
Terry Francona will go to his closer, Cody Allen. Just get him to get some work against the Yankees. No, it's not. No, they sat Allen down. It's going to be Olsen, the lefty, against Tyler Wade. So Olsen comes on to face Wade when we get back. That paid off as he made a really nice play in short right field. Yesterday, he did something he'd never done before. In his first big league home run, Al.
How about that, huh? First shot, Camden Yards, come into the dugout and silent treatment. And you love that, Michael.
You know what? I know it's a long-time baseball thing, but why ruin a great moment for a kid, his first home run, and he has to suffer the awkwardness of high-fiving no one? It's old. Show the kid some love. So you like it?
I do think it's old. I used to like it. It's funny.
I don't think it's funny to the kid.
It is.
Waited his whole life to get that home run.
Sensitive. Yeah, it'll be on the video. All these guys ignoring him.
If I finally, broadcasted a great game and you didn't tell me anything, you just gave me the silent treatment, we would never talk again.
But see, now this is very subjective. For the very person who likes you, there's another person who doesn't like you. That's not subjective. He just hit a home run. We know that was great.
Right, and they gave him the silent treatment.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You know it was great.
Okay.
This is subjective.
I've heard that. And it was nice for Wade, who's the Yankees love his skill set. They love his speed. They love his aggressiveness. They love the fact that he can play multiple positions. And he's always hit at AAA, but when he's had his chance up here, he hasn't hit. So that home run was big. As he swings and misses, and he's down on strikes against Olsen.
Yeah, against a tough lefty with some side-winding curveballs going down the way. Tough at bat.
Here's Brett Gardner. His home run in the second. I thought that was huge, Al. Severino was struggling, gave up the 2 runs in the first. Didn't look like he was going to be around for his usual 7 innings, and then Gardner connects for a 2-run home run, a blistering line drive to right, just over the wall against Kluber. That tied the game. Just gave the game a different feel.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Two runs quickly in the bottom of the first, and then there in the 3rd inning, you think Kluber was going to be Kluber, as we thought Severino as well. Meaning scoreless innings through 6 or whatever, 7. Just good at bats, Michael. I look at this Yankee lineup, and it's just there's so many different guys in this lineup that can hurt you legitimately. Whether it's putting the ball in play or going big fly. And I know we talked about it at the beginning of the telecast, of, get Greg Bird feeling right and better and good and confident, consistent. Aaron Hicks and what he's done to lengthen the lineup. You know you're going to get a great at bat from Brett Gardner. He just does. Fights. Judge, Didi, Stanton. Get a healthy Gary Sanchez back.
Driven deep to right field, and that ball is off the pole. See ya! Another home run for Gardner, and the Yankees lead 7-4.
I mean, that's a wow, Mike. First of all, that ball was in on his hands. To keep it fair was something. And halfway up the foul pole. Watch this here. That ball almost looked like it was going to hit him.
Clang as Francona will go to the bullpen because of this home run, the 9th by Gardner this year.
K's inquiry unanswered about Tyler Wade and whether or not he was bothered at all by the silent treatment he got after his first big league home run. So, Michael, I want to let you know, I talked with Tyler earlier today about it. He said, yes, it went on a little bit longer than he maybe would have liked, but he thought it was great. And he said, that's why I kind of flipped it on him. I just started high-fiving everyone. And he laughed and said, I actually think I even ended up high-fiving a cop that was on security for us in the dugout. So he ended up having a good time with it.
Well, great work by you, Ryan, but there's no way a rookie is going to say, you know what, I didn't like it. I thought it was awful. I mean, you'd be ostracized in the clubhouse. But the fact that he admitted went on a little too long. Zach McAllister deals a strike to Aaron Judge. Brett Gardner with 2 home runs in this game. 2-run shot and a solo shot. Rounded sharply to short. Lindor gets Judge, and that'll do it. The Yankees tack on a run. 1 run on the Gardner home run, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Chapman will come in to try to close it out.
The push off leg. You see he's got a little brace on his left knee.
Took him out mid-game just to make sure. He said he could have finished. It's been bothering him for a lot of the year. They have certainly handled it. They've treated it. Sometimes it barks a little bit more than others. So he's had a nice long rest Saturday to Thursday, and now coming in for his 40th game, trying to pick up his 25th save.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you know, he throws a 100 miles an hour. You can see the delivery and over a period of years. Yeah. Knees end up hurting. I know I had 3 knee surgeries. 2 on my right, 1 on my left.
Now the first batter is going to face Rajai Davis, who hit one of the biggest World Series home runs you'll ever see, but it kind of gets lost because the Indians didn't win the World Series. But this one electrified the crowd against Chapman, who was ridden into the ground by Joe Madden. And it looked like the Indians were going to break the streak of championships. LeBron loved it, but then a small rain delay kind of slowed down the Indians' momentum, and the Cubs came back and won. And Davis's home run kind of gets swallowed up in Indians history. So here he is pinch hitting for Naquin against Chapman. .99 fouled away. I still believe, Al, that the way he was used in that postseason, I mean, they gave up a great player in Gleyber Torres to get him, to break that curse that hadn't won since 1908. I think that affected him last year. I think this year you're seeing Chapman the way he used to be. Last year, I think it was still the after effects of overuse.
Well, they definitely rode him, Joe Madden did. And you're right. I mean, can you blame him?
No, that's why they got him.
Yeah.
But they almost rode him so hard that they almost cost themselves a World Series. They rode him to get there, but then they get that final win. They overused him. And no player is ever going to say, no, I can't go pitch in a World Series. But you could see he was using his off-speed stuff a lot. And after he gave up that home run and pitched the next inning with nothing, threw up a 0, that was the key to them winning the World Series, I think. One, 2. 2-2.
Well, that's kind of the pitch that Aroldis Chapman is throwing more of. Not in his last game in that Toronto game, but you look at the percentage of his sliders. It's gone up. Several of his last few games, 35, 27, 31, 32%. There it is again.
And Davis goes down on strikes. Now a quick word from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center.
130 years.
Here's Gomes. Gomes 1 for 3. Singled off Severino in the second. A strike. Chapman, one of the Yankees that will represent them in the All-Star game Tuesday in D.C. Severino, Gleyber Torres, Aaron Judge. Ground ball at third, and Duhar. Yankees in out away. Brendan Geyer on deck will pinch hit now for Greg Allen. Last chance for the Indians. And a strike. Throwing that slider effectively tonight. Indians have lost the first 3 games they played the Yankees, and those 3 were at Yankee Stadium in May. This is the first of a 4-game set here in Cleveland. Oh, 2. Aaron Boone's team trying to go 30 games over 500, pick up their 61st win. High pop-up on the left side. Gregorius makes the play, and the Yankees win this one 7-4. Brett Gardner, 2 big home runs. Gregorius added one of his own. A big double and a stolen base by Hicks, and the Yankees win this one 7-4, and they do it without the best Severino.
Yeah, not what we expected, right? We were thinking this more 2-1, maybe 3-2 at best. But listen, the starters didn't do as well as we thought, but I just thought the Yankee hitters, really the depth of what they were able to bring against a tough pitcher. I mean, there was some quality at bats all the way through. Obviously, Aaron Hicks, to me, that at bat right there was really the big at bat for the night, even though there was a couple home runs by the Yankees.
So Chapman comes back. Looks like he's healthy, throwing hard.